Wat weet hulle? Geen kok.
Hoe ver is nog Janie?
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
This morning I'm sharing the stage with guinea fowl, and quite a few of them, as you can see. They're sharing the stage with guinea fowl and barking dogs in a residential area here in Somerset West.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming, it's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Well, hello, folks. Welcome back to the program. This is Chris live in central Pennsylvania for the Sunrise Edition for South Africans. Night Owls here on the East Coast of the United States. It is the evening of 5 March 2025. It's tomorrow already in Europe, Africa, and points further east, the 6th of March 2025. And the clock just keeps ticking, and on it goes. Will rise in numbers, fueled by thunder. I love the lyrics to that song. Welcome back. It's a pleasure to see you all with me again this evening. Let's see if we have any nasty little hate-wanking trolls show up or not. Yeah, got one more day of consulting work to do, and then done for the week with that, and then it's on to other things. Busy filing my paperwork for the election, running for re-election here in May, so I've got to take care of that. So that was part of my day today. But some volunteers helping out very kindly, or a volunteer in particular helping out make that happen. It saved me a lot of trouble and time, and I'm very grateful for that. And you know who you are if you happen to be watching tonight. All right, so what's this up here? Heinrich Schönefeld gave a 35-round Super Chat. Vielen Dank. Ich bedanke mich. Ja, das ist ja aber nett von Ihnen, Heinrich. Ja. Ich freue mich dafür. Merci mille fois. Okay, Val Cooper is here. Richard Kuhn, welcome. Colonel's Chat, no bull dust, straightforward analytics of what is happening. Well, we'll try. Gideon Maloney, welcome to you. Skalk Badenhorst, Eben van Wyk, Ure Simon, good morning to you. AJ Quinn, Myra Page, Ilse Hugo, Xander van Rensburg, Mr. Jardin, Fred Baranga, George Steinberg, and from Heckport, Myra Page. Myra, how you doing there? I haven't seen you in the chat. If you've been there, I missed your comments. My apologies. Thank you for being here. Is that orangutan or a camel face? I can't tell. Good morning, says Tunis Pretorius, en route to East London, or from East London to Cape Town for the cycle tour. Well, good luck with that. Be careful out there. Careful driving. Kathleen Barnard, yesterday while popping into Steers, a thief signal jammed my car and stole our groceries, and we found that my car lock is damaged. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you're okay there, Kathleen. I'm glad you're okay. Glad to hear you're okay, but I'm so sorry to hear about that. Yeah, you can't leave anything in cars. I mean, here at the work college, I have to leave my mobile phone in the car or put it in a lockbox inside the building, but it's inconvenient there, and I tend to forget it walking out of the building. It's a long walk back to get it, so I tend to leave it in the car. It's perfectly safe. Obviously not sitting on the dash, but, stored. Can't do that in South Africa. Amanda Boto, welcome to you. Michelle Heath, welcome. Heidi Krieger, extend my membership, but I can only pay from my App Store account. When I want to buy membership, the only options is PayPal and debit credit card payment. Yeah, Heidi, the only way you can pay YouTube is through a credit card, a debit card, or PayPal. I didn't even know they let a PayPal option in there. That's the only way you can do it. So I'm sorry if you're not able to do that, Heidi, and thank you for the membership. I assume was gifted to you, or did you pay for it yourself? Can I buy a Super Chat sticker to the value membership? No, you can't, Heidi, because I don't have control of membership. I can't grant membership to people. It's a process that's done entirely by YouTube. So my apologies for that. There's nothing I can do to control that. So that's entirely by YouTube. But thank you for your interest. If you're unable to redo your membership, we thank you for the membership that you had here, and just hope that you stay a subscriber and stick with us. We appreciate your presence. And thank you for your interest and concern there, Heidi. It's very kind of you. By a donkey. Marquis Pretorius, welcome to you. Cinemaster99, Terrence Leeper, Vanessa Dylan Wern, Nicolette Matthias, .com Queens. Good morning. God is good. Watched the Tucker Carlson interview last night. Actor from the series The Chosen. Okay, haven't seen that. I've got the seasons on DVD. I just haven't watched it yet. Naomi Yvette, welcome to you. Carlos Frada. Wow, that's an interesting name. Greetings from Mossel Bay. Yeah, it's a lovely place there, Mossel Bay. Betts Korb, Eternal Bear. Good morning. Let the truth be known. Let it flow. The truth flows here. As Salty Cracker says, the salt flows. Well, the truth flows here, folks. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, let's get back to where we're at there. Rian332, Rolinde Engelbrecht, Dirk Wuta Duploy. I think you were watching the program earlier, Dirk, and that on the radio program. Leslie Wust, Magda Labdorf, Landi. You would make a perfect ambassador, actually the best. Well, it's very kind of you to say, but I think that the odds-on favorite appears to be Joel Pollack, who's a pretty talented individual, smart guy. Dare I say, mildly attractive. Not as good looking as me, but mildly attractive. No. That should have no bearing on ambassadorship whatsoever. Nick Groves, welcome to you. And Johannes Pretorius, Bush Velbot, Sean Kotza, Myra Page, Abby, good evening to you. Jan van Riebeck, I'm telling you, man, you must be one of those Social Security people that Donald Trump was complaining about that's over 350 years old. Shouldn't be claiming Social Security benefits. Gordon Forbes says, morning, folks. Hello, Chris. And he put up the Teletubby picture, which represents the EFF on our program, as a custom emoji that I put in there. Next thing he will say is, I didn't do nothing. I can't believe. Oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Yeah, that's right. I can't breathe. El Marie Mayer, welcome to you. Maya. Beth Fraser in from the U.S., Keith Alderson in from the U.K., Chris Sten, Heinrich Schönefeld, and then we've got Suntel Bridges, Chris Ehlers, And then we've got amazing yacht destinations. Good morning to you. Isabel Ansi openly poking the bear with disrespect towards Trump clearly shows what is their agenda. They want sanctions. They want to be the victim. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I was the first to make that analysis days ago. Yep. Interesting to see how many people want me to do an analysis of the Tucker, because everybody keeps asking me about it. That's why I'm looking at it. I understand that apparently Morning Shot did a video, which got 100,000 views. Good for Morning Shot. If I do a video, it'll be a different take probably, but we'll see. Oh my God, welcome to you. The Dromedar ship, okay. Eternal Bear. President Donald John Trump is this true statement as true president, the world leader, and our full of president can truly learn. Yeah, no, he doesn't care to learn. We're here. We made it. It's midweek. Welcome, Shawnee. It's never a rush. We're not in a hurry. Not in a hurry to get to the end of the week. I mean, I just work all weekend, so it's not a rush. Busy doing rugby. We're back to Six Nations this weekend, I think, aren't we? Six Nations. Let me take a look and see. Six Nations. Here we go. March 8th. Yes, we got Ireland, France. I'll be covering that game. And then that's at 9. Oh, crap. I've got to be somewhere at 11. God damn it. Scotland and Wales. Yeah. That's going to be a problem. Damn it. I don't know if I'll be able to do the Ireland game, the entire thing. I'll try. But Scotland, Wales, that one I might be able to get back for. I've got to do a funeral event, and that's going to interfere with that. So, that's a drag. Kai, Chronic 206. Roxy's back. Roxanne. No. Heinrich Schoenfeld with a 35 Rand super chat. Thank you for that, in case we missed the first one there. And then Nico Augustin, Yolanda Smith, Natasha Postumus, boy, a lot of folks here. Colette Oosthuizen, Jenny Stander, Kobestra Janssen, Renier van Rensburg, Logan Jacobson. Welcome to all you. Graham Kelly, Sloth Puppy, Ina Bates. It's jumping ahead on me. Mike is in here from Pennsylvania. Maureen Brock, Bunk, Gerhard Banada, Gary Green. Welcome to you, Gary. And then Chris Ados, Thomas Holmes. I probably missed a few people. My apologies for that. Jeremy Downing, Henri J. Do live streams all weekend, so it's all fun. yeah. It's all fun to chat, but calling a game takes a lot of work, takes a lot of energy to color commentary and play-by-play. That's why the networks hire 2 different people to do it. And then they get a break at halftime as they have people come in and talk at halftime. So it's a lot of work to do back-to-back games. South African with a phone. Well, that would be one of many people. Fiona, welcome to you. VAs in America. Well, yes, I did a video on that. I don't think they're here any longer. They were here, but they're trying to educate the United States. Tell us how it's supposed to be and what the truth is, because apparently they think that we're not very bright. The ANC or the DA feels they can insult our intelligence. Yep, working hard to reach that stage, including the DA for sanctions. Yes, in fact, exactly. I had a chance to watch a congressional speech by President Trump. My goodness, he's a true leader who will look after his people. Yeah, you got a little choked up, Garrett. Now, when you watch the speech, did you watch my video of it, or did you go watch it elsewhere? Because I offer live commentary. Also, I got a little choked up myself there, so you should check that out if you didn't. DA is working hard to reach that stage. Let me check on something here very quickly, folks. I just got to see if something came in here I was looking for. I didn't notice it earlier. No, okay. Not there. Okay, cool. Didn't get a response. Alma Gerber, thank you very much for the 21 Rand super chat. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Mau, welcome to you. All right, watch both versions. Okay, cool beans. I hope mine was more entertaining. Claiming Sasa at almost 500. South Africa corruption more than that of the U.S. Huh? Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of corruption in South Africa. Yeah, the U.S., thankfully, it's not nearly as bad. We just have misspent wealth that goes in the wrong place. Anyway, folks, yeah, so Donald Trump pissed off Lesotho last night. Ho, ladies and gentlemen, shots fired. Trump pissed off Lesotho last night. Yeah. Eternal Bear says, with your channel to look at the speech. Well, thank you so much for that, Eternal Bear. Yeah, he was a true leader. Butler indeed changed the man for. Yes, it did. It did. I mean, look, I didn't think he was an evil person before that, but no doubt that the attempted assassination in Butler, Pennsylvania, really made Trump a changed person. Really made him a changed person. He absolutely did. 30 minutes early to make the coffee. Okay. What's Lesotho, says Old King Red. Well, you'll be in the doghouse along with Donald Trump. But welcome, my fellow Neanderthals and canines, to the program. Yeah, if you feel the need to bark at the moon, feel free to do that. And if you want to grunt, we don't know what language the Neanderthals spoke, and they may have spoken multiple languages. We'd have to ask the genetics expert, the anthropologist himself, the professional anthropologist, none other than Noto Boloy. The man is a genius. He's the world's most renowned anthropologist. He's even more famous than Indiana Jones. Yep. That's him. You guys know him, Noto Boloy. He's famous, man. The guy's famous. He just spits pearls of wisdom out there, talking about the genetic deficiencies of white women, their inability to birth children properly because their hips ain't big enough, and it goes on talking about how white folks, of course, are genetically inferior because they're mixed with the most successful species of hominids, save Homo sapiens. By the way, folks, tonight I coined a new phrase. Just so you heard it here first. Never heard anyone else say it. All these Democrats, or as I prefer to call them, demon rats in America, who are anti-everything. They were just atrocious. Their behavior last night was absolutely repugnant. I mean, the word repugnant is not strong enough. Profanity is in order here, but I don't feel like using profanity at the moment. So let's stick to repugnant, repulsive, obnoxious, disgusting, vile. Well, those are good adjectives. Yes, their repugnant behavior last night. A child who survived multiple bouts with brain cancer, whose lifelong ambition is to become a law enforcement officer, was given honorary membership and badge as a Secret Service agent by the president. Yes, it was for the cameras, but it was still heart-wrenching and touching to see. You could see the scars on the child's head. There's a black child where the hair was cut away when they went into his skull to remove the cancer, and he just loved it. It was amazing. He was a little frozen by the moment, but it was amazing. And they just sat there. They couldn't even get off their fat bums to applaud or to cheer or anything, pulling out their little paddles saying, "Musk steals, you lied." It was so repulsive, folks. Their thumb sucking was terrible. It was unbelievable. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. Why did CNN broadcast live the Butler, Pennsylvania rally? They do not live broadcast very often. No, they did use Trump in 2016. They broadcast every one of his rallies. They would drop coverage of everything to cover him. In 2020, they hid a lot of his rallies, hoping that Biden would win. This time, they were not stupid. They sensed that Biden was going to lose after his debate performance, and so they covered a lot of his rallies. There's nothing untoward there, if that's what you're thinking. They weren't in on the assassination attempt, if that's what you think. They're not smart enough to pull that off, CNN. Julie Edwards, welcome to you. Tim Martins, welcome back. Coffee sounds good. We have to watch out for Lesotho. They are superpower with global military presence, a big military force. Indeed. Well, they look like they were sucking a lemon's hidey. They did. They looked... Let's go to the tape from last night's Democratic reaction to President Trump praising those who suffered horrific crimes as a fate of criminal alien invasion. We go down to the Democratic bench. It sounded like they were trying to squeeze something out there. It was really terrible. What's the difference between us and Beloy? If we use an offensive word, we go to jail. Correct, Nick. We're called Neanderthals. We embrace it and celebrate it. Yeah, we take it on the chin. We take it on the chin. That's right. Heard it from a friend who, heard it from a friend who, heard it from another. You've been messing around. Not gonna believe it. Not for a minute. When you're under the gun, you take it on the run. Total BS. No Lesotho man will be caught dead and addressed, let alone do gender reassignment. That hug was so cool. Have I slept at all in the last month? Well, Freistadt Micey. Ooh, Freistadt Micey. Ooh, okay, hang on. Now we're talking here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, little privacy for Freistadt Micey and myself. Ms. Micey, not a lot of sleep. I know it's having an effect. I'm having little bags here and dead sexy. Look, we got to put something on there to hide those bags. Look, I'm 20 years younger just by doing that. So anyway, listen, hey, I told you all not to listen to this. You guys are really, really nosy. Anyway, as I was saying, so I get a little bit of sleep here and there. I'm actually quite tired at the moment, but you'd never know it because I'm full of energy. I'm like the Energizer Bunny, man. Take like a Timex. I take a look in and keep on ticking. That's right. Like a G-Shock. All right. They lost their Soros funds. Probably. Hey, Vanessa, that hug was so real. Yeah. Homo sapien phobic. That's right. They're Homo sapien phobic. That's my phrase, man. I coined it. Okay. Listen to one of the most insignificant countries in the world, says Logan. How dare you say that? I've long held the ambition to be the benign dictator of a small African country, and at the top of my list are Lesotho and Eswatini. Well, at least when it was Swaziland. I'm not so sure if I want Eswatini. It is, after all, the e-commerce capital of Africa, Eswatini. That clan can say what he wants about whites. I know my IQ and abilities are proven. Exactly. Blade Wolf. Lesotho relies on everything from South Africa to get power from South Africa, and they don't get load shedding. Yeah, it's because they provide all the water. Otherwise, they turn the water off. Supreme Court rejects freeze on U.S. funding. Yeah, Francois Joubert, partially correct. The Supreme Court did not reject. What they said is that they will not overturn the lower court in its decision. Now, the lower court didn't make its decision clear. What funding has to be paid? The $2 billion, we believe, based on what the Supreme Court said, that they're saying basically that the Trump administration cannot renege on existing contracts. You must follow through and pay them out. Unless, of course, they're criminal, but that wasn't broached in the topic. So it's a defeat for the Trump administration, but it's probably not one of any significance. So anyway, and millions of dollars wasted in court by the leftists. I hope they go broke. So, good morning, Energizer Bunny. Thank you. JP Dreckmeyer is back. JP's been with us for a long time. Says, Goedemorgen, Chris, aan allemaal aan Vrijstaat Meisje. Got a G-Shock. Yeah, here's a G-Shock right here, man. Dug this out of the basement. This battery has been in that thing for, gosh, I mean, I don't know how long it rated for, but I would say that battery is at least, it has to be 15 to 20 years old. It's been in there. It's still working. Got the right time. 11:20, well, 1 minute off, close to 11:22 right now. Yeah, I had it in the basement. I haven't worn it in at least 6 or 7 years, and I thought the battery would be dead. All right, you win some, you lose some. That's right. Good evening. Trump gave DJ a moment of joy, and the Democrats are only happy when they're inflicting sad. You are correct. You are correct. And not just give him a moment of joy, give him a lifelong memory of joy. I hope the child survives after going through the horrific cancer stuff. And then Lake and Riley's mother and sister, and they just sat there like little turds on a toilet bowl, floating in the toilet. That's what the Democrats. And then they just, Pocahontas tried to, Elizabeth Warren tried to run her mouth, and Trump just shut her down. Well, by the way, and then what do you see in the New Yorker? Oh, this long bore fest. It was all bunk. It was the longest speech in history. We didn't even realize how long it was. Trump was talking for an hour before we even realized, hey, he's been talking for like an hour and 15 minutes. Yep. Sorry, your Wi-Fi is bad, Charmaine. Woke up this morning to the sound. What you can do, Charmaine, is pause the video for like a minute and watch as the data loads, then push it. You'll be a minute behind, but at least you'll be able to watch it uninterrupted. And it won't be like Chris will be talking, and then things will just be, because the words just don't get through to you. So if you pause it and wait a minute, if you're ever having buffering, folks, unless it's on my end, your best bet is to pause your video, wait 60 seconds, and then resume play. And you should be okay. You'll be a little behind the chat, but hey, I'm behind the chat. Trust me. Abby said, oh, okay. Not a battery from China. Yeah, no kidding. That's definitely not a Chinese battery. It's Japanese. Didn't seem long. It was a great speech. Exactly, Beauregard. It was incredible. Or you could set your resolution to 144. 144. That's the lowest setting I think they have. You can also do that. But then I look very grainy, and you can't see the stunning good looks. I mean, you don't want to diminish the good looks, do you? No, Philip Engelbrecht. It's fellow Neanderthals and canines. Dude, get it right, man. Get it right. We've known from none other than the world-renowned anthropologist who rivals Indiana Jones for his fame, Nota Boloye. He's very well known for that. So, good morning. So, for now, we're going to stay right where we are. Tessa, you're throwing me off. You're using your English spelling. I realize it's not your first language, so you threw me off. I had to figure out what, yeah, for right now. 480 works, says Dirk. Okay. Will Monica Zelensky play Trump for peace? I don't know. But last night Trump announced that Zelensky came groveling back and crawling back with a letter. Didn't see the letter, so we'll have to take Trump at his word and his veracity. But I don't know. But it was fascinating last night. But Donald Trump said, we're taking the Panama Canal back. Whoa. What does he mean by that? It turns out that a consortium led by BlackRock and 66 other investors, apparently, or 43 other investors, bought the two ports on each side of the Panama Canal. They own them now. They're now in American hands, American corporation. So you all say bad things about BlackRock, but BlackRock may have just restored the Panama Canal to American control. Private control, but American control. BLM till they had to stand for DJ. Yeah, exactly. They stood for murderers and rapists and pedos, but they won't stand for a child who survives childhood cancer, brain cancer. My goodness. Why can't everyone in the chat like this video? It's not hard. You're correct. 139 likes. People forget. They get wrapped up. They get caught up in the conversation in the chat, or maybe they're even listening to me. I would hope so. It's my video. And they forget to push that like button.
That was easy.
Oh, yeah. So easy to do, man. Push it. See, 6 people just remembered, could have had a V8. Forgot to push the like button. So 6 people just pushed it like that. So there you go. Push it. Push it good. Push it. Push it real good. Salt and pepper in the house. That's right. Yeah, I remember salt and pepper. Push it. Push it. By the way, I did get a lot of copyright things in that video when I did the note for note the other night. Whoops. Whoops. I always like salt and pepper. I like the little one with the eye thing. Salt and pepper. Push it. Scoop, shoopy doop. That's another one. That's an advert. We're going to have to pause that to get out of the way. BlackRock, I have no waiting for that. Can I believe that cold-hearted, spiteful attitude of the Democrats? Yeah, they're just evil. Yeah, BlackRock don't mind playing both sides. They played the left when the left was in ascension. Now the right's in ascension. They're playing the right. Yeah, they're cool with that. They're just all about money, man. That's what it's about. The woke are a joke. They are. They've always been a joke. They just didn't know it. Push it good. Push it real good. Yeah. All right. At least BlackRock is a U.S. company. If they get froggy, there will be a little pushback. Well, also, they can be prosecuted for crimes by the U.S. government. Exactly. They can be prosecuted by the U.S. government. Yeah, the woke are a joke, but they're not dead, folks. Trump can tell you wokeism is dead. It's not dead. We saw wokeism in the form of the Democratic Alliance traveling to the United States to tell senators and congressmen and the White House that you're misinformed. It's not true. There's no expropriation without compensation. Nobody's being killed on farms. The South African government is not working against your national interest. Ooh, Isaac Yannicka doesn't like Fords. I've never had a Ford. I do have a Toyota, and I've got a Chrysler. And previously I had a Honda and a Pontiac and Volkswagen and a Volvo. Push it. Don't break your chair. Always like your videos before it even starts. Thank you, Charmaine. It's very kind of you. Just hope that with everything going on, President Trump won't forget about us. He hasn't, Gerard. He has not. Hang in there. It's look. I'm trying to lighten things up here. We're not just found in a rubbish dump Ford. Oh my goodness. The Ford haters. Ford is a very popular brand in America, and they make quality. And maybe the Rangers made in South Africa aren't that good, but the ones made here are pretty good. Anyway, yeah. So you guys are just mean. That's just mean. That's one of the best lines from what's that movie with Payback with Mel Gibson. He goes and Coltrane, or not Coltrane, what's his name? What's it? Oh gosh, the actor, I can't think of his name. James. Anyway, he goes, he's got his security guys there and they're holding up his alligator bags, and he shoots one of the bags. He goes, "That's just mean." Hear about what Nicole Wallace had to say about DJ? No, what did Nicole Wallace? Oh, wait. Did she say that that he would commit suicide or something like that? Is that who said that? Yeah, that was just vile. Look, those people are evil. That's not even a journalist to say something stupid like that. I haven't seen the professor. Ronaldo said he was going to send me the video. I'll look and see if he sent it to me. I haven't looked at Ronaldo since I came home. Ronaldo did not send it to me. He promised to send it to me, so I do not have the video, so not much I can do with it right now, unless someone else sends me the video. But I will... saw a YouTube video titled Khoisan requests meeting Trump administration over... yeah, exactly. Is it high treason? Yeah, that's exactly. I should make a video on that one, too. But, you know, the ANC would be happy to charge the Khoisan with high treason. Of course, they're just it's unbelievable. It's an anarchy party. Yeah, that's what we're calling the. It's funny because some people say narky and other people say narky. I mean, but the way that JIE is done in Afrikaans, it's like, you know, Herschel Yankees. And Nodki, that's how you'd say it. So I don't understand why people pronounce it differently in South Africa. My friend always would say when I wanted to get a 4, that Ford stands for fix or repair daily. Ouch. That sounds like a Jaguar, a Jaguar. That's what they used to be. Jealous of your cool gamer chair. Mine gives me butt aches. Mine doesn't, Roxy, but this is a cool gamer chair. Yeah, I bought this to replace the original I had here. It's pretty nice. Yeah, these Chinese chairs are relatively inexpensive here in America. You get them on sale for $99 if you look long enough and hard enough. We get the European Ford in South Africa. Don't you make Fords down there? It suck. What did the DA discuss in Washington? We do not know, Marius. We also don't know whom they talked to. They claim to have talked to government officials. But I know who AfriForum Solidarity spoke to. At least I think I know. Coffee done. Time to relax for 20 minutes. Colonel seems to have swallowed a couple of Energizer batteries. The fact that Trump allows the Democrats to show their nastiness showed me that Trump is true to his word on freedom of speech. Yeah, he is. He is. He doesn't stop them. Look, that guy, Roland Martin, and somebody was writing to me, someone wrote to me again about Roland Martin. That guy keeps calling Trump a white supremacist. There's no evidence of that. It's just racist slander. Trump isn't suing the guy. Grew up with a Nardki tree. Memories always pronounced it properly the Afrikaans way. How dare people pronounce it otherwise? I just recently replaced mine too. Yeah, the problem with these is that the piston, over time, it wears out. And, you know, the fluid in there leaks out or something, and it just does this. So that's why I had to replace the chair. I think I had a red one before, didn't I? I didn't really care for the red. I tried the blue. Hey, it's Taralco. Elizabeth, how you doing there? The chair, Chris. You're the one to replace yours. Okay, sorry. All right, 282 votes so far. Yeah. We have to take a brief audio break here. Good. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Man, those were the days, were they not? Those were the days. 5 minutes of funk. 4 minutes left. We had a farmer that serviced his own Ranger, like a 2005 model. He already clocked $1 million. Whoa, there you go. Suppressed when Trump genuinely said that he wanted to stop. Yeah, well, that's what he said with Zelensky. And Zelensky's sitting there, Russia can't be trusted. Russia can't be trusted. Dude, you can't be trusted either, Zelensky. Yeah, my Noi is in the Notki, therefore the DA is my biatch. I like it. Chairs are made for 5'8", 150 pounders. Yeah, if you're 6'2", and you weigh 180 or more, you're out of luck. That was good, says Veritas. Thank you, man. I wish I could play the whole song without getting a copyright strike. Yeah, we could put that up on the screen. Man, good stuff. First on the rubbish dump. Ouch, ouch, that's just mean. Mean-hearted. You guys are just cruel. By the way, go solar. Solar's the answer. Really? Solar? Thank God for the coal-fired power stations that are providing electricity for me, whether it's in Ontario or it's in Pennsylvania. I don't know where, but let's see. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I had 38.5 kilowatt hours. Since I typically burn about 17 kilowatt hours per day, I banked about 20 kilowatt hours. Yesterday, it was 34. Still banked a fair amount. And today, while Noah and the Ark floated down the street with giraffe and elephant on board, 2.37. That's a 15 kilowatt deficit that's coming out of my pocket today because of the rain. But get solar. It's the best ever. Get solar. Look, for South Africans, it works. It never rains there. Oh, wait, it's been raining like crazy. Must be that climate change. How's that climate change going for you there, South Africa? You got all that water. Pretty soon you'll be growing rice. Good morning, Zedma Volmaran's. Good to see you. I love my Ford Ranger. Old but reliable. Trusting farmers, and there's no song calling for the killing of Khoi Indians or blacks. Correct. Russia can be trusted. Ukraine is playing the Democrats' game. Neither one can be trusted, man. Let's be honest. You can't trust either one. Francois Joubert. Chris, when you get a break, watch Unraveling the Real Strategy Behind the Land. Magnus Haystack. Yeah, I think that's the guy I reached out to. Someone asked me to bring him on the program, and they weren't clear about why they wanted me to bring the program. He's an investor, right? Reno Peterson. And I responded to him. I said, I'm not really sure why I was asked to bring you on. He goes, I'm not sure I was asked. He answered, and he said, I'm not sure I was asked to come on your program either. So I left it there. I've been so busy. Opel. Opel's a General Motors product. Yeah, it's a German company. How is Germany producing steel when they don't have electricity? They have massive export customers. Well, they do have electricity. They just have the most expensive electricity on the planet. So they've got it. It's just way too expensive because of their stupidity, their short-sightedness in closing down stuff. Yeah, baby, salt and pepper. Yeah, it's owned by Stellantis now, which owns Chrysler. Yep. You are correct about that. Owned by Stellantis now. Russia is Russia first, as simple as that. Well, America is now America first, baby. America first. That's right. Make America fantastic again. Wait a second. I don't think fantastic was the right word. Make America superb again. Make America lovely again. Make America my main squeeze again. Make America great again. MAGA. Well, I think that's a winning strategy. We're going to go with that one. You check what Trump said about Lesotho. Oh, he said no one's ever heard of it. I'll quote him. Let me get to the news there on that one. So, yeah, Trump. Oh, my goodness. It made the Washington Times. It made the Washington Times, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. U.S. trade partner Lesotho takes exception. Well, stop that. To Trump's speech jibe, a country which nobody's ever heard of. Ouch, 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 ouch. Officials in Lesotho expressed shock and dismay Wednesday after President Trump observed that nobody's ever heard of the country during his joint address to Congress. Citing what he said was a long litany of wasteful U.S. government spending and foreign aid programs he targeted, Mr. Trump blasted what he categorized as wasteful and ridiculous spending that went to Lesotho. $8 million to promote LGBTQI plus in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody's ever heard of. Oh, ouch. Oh, that's going to leave a mark, man. Ouch, ouch. This would be like last time, Namibia. Remember that? Namibia. The Namibians weren't pleased with that. What's next? Will he call South Africa East Africa? Oh, you're the one, Marius. Okay, offshore investment strategy. Okay, thank you. Now I understand what it was. Thank you, Marius. Offshore investment strategy. It wasn't clear to me. You may have said that in your message to me, but remember, I'm getting thousands of messages. Earlier, I went through a bunch of Twitter messages people sent me, probably about 100 of them, and answered as many as I could. Then I was going through emails that people sent me today, and I got through a couple dozen there. So, Marius, thank you for clarifying. I did reach out to him, and I said, I'm not really sure why I'm supposed to contact you. And he said, I don't know either. So he did respond. Okay, offshore investment strategy. Let me write that down on the back of this Solidarity Washington memo. Offshore investment strategy. All right, cool. I'll send him an email tonight if I remember. And that's to the, what was the dude's name? It was Hayek, right? Or Haystack. Haystack. It's not Francis Hayek. He's dead. That guy wrote The Road to Serfdom. What a great title for a book. How many gay men can there be in Lesotho? I have no idea how many gay men can be in Lesotho. There's a lot in Cape Town, though. I can tell you that much. Exactly, Beauregard. He mentioned now everybody knows. Everybody knows where Namibia is now, too. Lesotho tonight will forward its nuclear program. Yeah, Lesotho's foreign minister said Mr. Trump's comments were strange considering the African country is a trade partner with the U.S. and houses a U.S. embassy. Well, we've got an embassy in Gabon, too, but nobody knows where that's at. Did I say that out loud? Did I say that out loud? I'll be getting hate mail from Gabon now. Magnus. Sounds like a Swede, man. Magnus Carlus. Magnus Carlus, the sovereign of Sweden. Sweden, yeah, the land of Abba. Money, money, money. It's a rich man's world. He was way ahead of the curve in terms of sanctions coming. What do you mean, Dirk? What do you mean? When did he say that? I've been saying that for years. Anyway, the minister added that Lesotho would send a formal letter of complaint to Washington. Woohoo! I can see it now. Mr. President, this letter just came in to the Situation Room. It's from some place called Lesotho. Lesotho. I don't know what Lesotho is, sir. And Donald Trump, who pronounced Lesotho correctly, did he not? We'll read the letter. The government of the magnificent and omnipresent regional powerhouse, Lesotho, sends this letter with greetings and anger towards the President of the United States. We notice with great dismay your insult to our wonderful country, the home of the Basotho people, the direct descendants and the inheritors of Mshweshwe, who fought off the Boers repeatedly, and the English to form this great country in the Drakensberg Mountains, which that's Afrikaans. We don't like that use. We call it something else. We note with great dismay your insult directed at Lesotho. Meanwhile, the number of tourists applying to come here in the past 2 days since you said that has quintupled. Thank you, Donald Trump, for putting us on the map. We're building a new ski resort now, courtesy of Donald Trump. It's going to be big. It's going to be great. It's going to be the best ever. Lesotho, the great skiing destination for the Trump glitterati. Okay. They're getting circumcision in Lesotho. Yeah, they're cutting foreskin off all over the world, folks. Lesotho about 2 matchboxes away from being bride. Ooh. Okay, Doge has tossed the anthill, kicked the hive, and stirred the hornet's nest. Doge have bee suits. It's going to be one hell of a show. BB. Speaking of which, I came across another beekeeper that I want to try to make a video about. In Swakopmund at the moment, half my kids live here and the other half in Oudtshoorn. I have the best of both worlds. When Southern gets too much, I can simply come to Namibia. Namibia is a great escape, but it's also mind-numbingly boring. Oh, here it comes. I'm getting hate mail from Lesotho. I've already been getting it from South Africa. I've been getting it from Zimbabwe for years, and now I'm going to get it from Namibia as well. Hate mail. Yeah, Swapo does need to F around, F off. Hey, a super chat coming in from Ura Salman. Wow, look at that, man. It's 99 Rand. Thank you for starting that. We got to start putting some super chat goals up here, right? I apologize, Wakanda for never. Lesotho 3, not Lesotho 2. Yeah. Have you seen the AI video of Trump and Elon? No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that one. I don't think I've seen that one. Anyway, that's pretty funny stuff there. All right. So we got 330 votes. That's kind of a representative sample. The audience has been about that size. So I'm going to end the poll, and 93% want me to do a video. Okay, well, maybe tomorrow when I come home, I have a chance to finish watching the entire video. I've only got 40 minutes through it. I'll go back and make notes as I go along. You've heard it. Namibia is also anti-white, just less violent. My experience, Veritas, is not the entire country. I've pretty much been through the middle of the country, from the Botswana border to the Atlantic Ocean. I've been to the airport, which is 42 kilometers outside of Windhoek. I've been to Windhoek. I've been to the towns coming in from Botswana. I've been a little bit north of Windhoek and then west all the way out to Swakopmund and down to Walvis Bay. But that's pretty much all I know of Namibia. I haven't been to the rest, but my experience has been the people I've met, especially in Windhoek, but in Swakopmund as well, is that people just pretty much get along. But yeah, there's some of that. You've always got people who are just evil of all skin colors. Yeah, please hit the like button, folks. 231 likes. When last we approached this topic, it was at 130. Let's see if we can't increase that.
That was easy.
900 people have been here in the 43 minutes have been here, and only 232 have pushed that like button. That's just unfair. Francois Mulman, welcome to you. Peter John Vust, Veritas, Slippery Pickle. Did you? No, I've never been to Caprivi. I've been to Caprivi on the other side of the Chobe River, but I've been in the Chobe River. Oh man, that was cool. So went up there with the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for African Affairs, a job that I kind of covet. Also put my name in the ring for that job, which I haven't heard anything. I took her up there. Vicky, what's her last name? I can't think of her last name right now, but she's a leftist, former ambassador. So took her on that trip, and we flew up in a C-130 with the BDF to Chobe. And not Chobe, what's the town up there? Drawing a blank here. Getting old, man. I got salt and pepper on the mind. Salt and pepper. Anyway, where am I talking about there? What's the damn town? Kasane. Kasane. Went to Kasane. Landed Kasane. Then we went out and we went into the bush to observe one of the camps where the anti-poachers were working out of to take out the poachers. And she was briefed. She was taking positions taken on a short patrol. It was kind of canned. And then we went out and saw some of their administrative areas. And then they took us out with the engineers in boats onto the Chobe River. And it started to rain like a banshee, man. We got completely soaked in like moments. But we went all over and up and down the Chobe River. And it was pretty cool. Pretty interesting. It's the only time I've ever been on the Chobe River. Officially refused medical care for your daughter last night at what's BBH? They ignored us and mumbled something like, your files aren't even there anymore? What? Okay, Paul was out there and maneuvers. It suck. Press the like button. Yeah, it's easy. What else? Jeremy Downing says, what's your viewpoint of the recent Supreme Court ruling regarding USAID funding? Well, I've said it on my radio program earlier tonight, and I said at the beginning of this, the outset of this, because questions have already been asked. It's unclear. First off, my concern is with the Supreme Court, the constant lying by the media. It's a 6-3 conservative court. Oh, it's horrible. No, it's not. It's a split court at best. Decisions go one way or the other. Sometimes they make no sense. This one makes no sense whatsoever. How can the Supreme Court rule that a lower court judge has the authority to overrule the executive branch on executive branch spending? Money that's approved by Congress and then signed into law by the president. He has authority over that money. And they're telling me he has to do it. The only conclusion I can make, which no one else has seemed to latch onto, is that what that judge intends is that the president must fulfill contracts that we've already signed. You can't sign a contract with a partner and then just cancel it. You got to have just cause. And he hasn't demonstrated just cause to cancel some of these existing contracts. He can prevent future contracts, which is what he did. That wasn't a dispute. So, look, it's not a win for the Trump administration, but it's not a showstopper either. I think we're going to be okay. Lesotho, part of the Drakensberg Mountains. It is. Americanized South African surnames. So that's my viewpoint on that, Jeremy Downing. Is that helpful to you? I hope that's helpful. 327 people here, 264 likes, and a little bit of super chat money. Thank you for that. Yeah, salt and pepper really. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, come on. There's no way you don't like salt and pepper. Come on. I don't care what kind of music you listen to. They were fun. They were fun. With 2i or whatever her name was, 1i. She's passed on, if I'm not mistaken. That's a sad story there. I'm back at university. Okay. What you doing at university? Everyone else morning all just got Pierce show Dems really are crazy. Huh? Ghostbusters. Duplessis will be okay in America, says Ricky. Okay. Cynthia Fandemeva, welcome to you. How does this affect South Africa? How does what affect South Africa? You talking about the... I don't know, because South Africa wasn't mentioned in amongst the projects. I don't think it does affect South Africa. I don't think it does. But the ANC will probably try to claim it does. 2 strokes a month apart a year ago. Our hospitals are useless. Every 6 months I have to see a doctor for blood tests. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, Alma. I'm glad you're with us. Alan Dershowitz showed that damn people are incorrect. They will eventually catch up with the Constitution. I see Al Green got removed. He did. He did get removed. It was all staged. It was all for the cameras. Yeah, that's nonsense. Been rocking on the salt and pepper. There you go. It's now 6:45 here, Chris. A good time to wake up. Hey, Francois woman. Yvonne Farrell, welcome to you. Stripper chatting coming. Nope, no stripper chats. Will I realistically be able to study part-time advanced subjects? I want to try to achieve greatness while it's still a possibility. Mickey, I don't understand your question. Study part-time anytime you want. You don't even have to be in America to attend the American universities. Lots of people do remote studies or enroll at a distance, but you got to pay for it. That's the challenge. It ain't cheap, man. It ain't cheap. I talked to someone tonight who's not exactly wealthy, and he said his daughter is going to a university, a small university, which is it's really a college not too far from here, $25,000 a year. I was like, $25,000 a year. I went to a high university, and I remember what the tuition was the first time. I think it was like $450 a quarter. 3 quarters. The summer quarter, you didn't go. You could go, but it was so the academic year is broken to 4 quarters, and I love 4 quarters. Only like 12 weeks a quarter. It was fantastic. Anyway, so most students went fall, winter, spring quarter. So that's your academic terms. Instead of going to semester school with 2 terms, which interminably long, I taught at Iowa State. A semester just went on and on and on and on. It was annoying. But quarters, quick, and you got many more subjects in different courses, which was pretty cool. But it was $450 per quarter for tuition, something like that. So 3 times, that's $1,350 a year for the tuition, if I remember correctly. And then the room and board was like $550. So that was per term. So that's another $1,500, $1,650. So that's $3,000 a year to go to university. When I went to university the first time. Yeah. And you're going to say there was inflation. Chris, that was before electricity was invented. The internal combustion engine was still a dream. I know. Thank you very much for that. It wasn't that long ago, folks. And if you put inflation into effect, it costs nearly 4 times as much in actual dollars, inflation-adjusted dollars today to go to that school as what I paid. And by the way, they don't give you any better degree, better education. In fact, you're getting a worse education because you're getting woke influence. What's your take on Democratic Alliance meeting with the officials at the White House? Tomahawk, I've also discussed that earlier in the broadcast. I think they should be charged with treason. What's goose for this, good for the gander. And also the Coin San. They're trying to reach out Trump. They should be charged with the treason. And MKs, you know, they're talking to the Russians, so they should be charged with treason. And the ANC met with Iran today, so they should be charged with treason. I think everybody gets treason. I mean, they should all be charged with treason. I mean, why not? Let's just get it going there. Let's just get it going. Treason for everybody, man. And I'm not alone in this. Salt and pepper. That's all going to get clipped out later on because I get a copyright claim. Shorthand was bad. I was watching last night's panel, Piers Morgan show. Oh, two Dems on it was so totally crazy. The Dems have gone. So, the Democrats think, well, the Democrats are lost, man. They're completely gone. But you know what? I don't mind. Let them keep acting like complete fools. The Democratic support is collapsing around this country. Black folks, Hispanic folks, women, gays, everybody's on board the Trump train, man. They're all falling in line. It's pretty cool. It's treason season. All right, got a couple super chats here. The first one was from Loretta Fonsell. Chris, the surname Nicklin will be from the Netherlands. Yes, that sounds like the way it's spelled, the double vowel. Germans don't typically have double vowels. That's a Dutch thing, like the double A. Sounds like a Dutch one. Marius De Beer gave a 200 Rand super chat. So super sticker. Ow, that really hurt my ear. Thank you so much for that, both of you. ANC meeting with Iran at the Lutuli House. Shots fired. That's right, Christo. Yep. Treason is in season, baby. Remember the tape was one of those clear cassettes, all the rave. Yeah. Love the positive dancing vibes this morning. Yes, but all that will get cut out. It'll be copyright claims, so you're going to have little gaps in the show afterwards. Going to get Trump 2028 shirt just to trigger lefties. Yeah, well, of course there won't be in 2028, but that'd be funny. They lose their mind. Do you hate the Constitution? You can have a 3-term president. Well, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Do you remember that guy? 4 terms. Yeah, but we amend the Constitution. Oh, really? Now you care about amendments. You don't care about the First Amendment or the Second Amendment or the Fifth Amendment. Unreasonable search and seizure, seizure of property, freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, freedom of Second Amendment gun rights. Fiona Fundeval just gave a super chat of 50 Rand. Thank you, Fiona. It's more cost-effective to study in the U.S. when you don't have to take the rate of exchange into account. Whilst working in the USA from South, I paid for an international degree is way too expensive. Yeah, well, it's also very expensive from here. But I get your point there, Marius. Thank you for sharing that. The ANC can only send the White House 5 free call me backs per day, so the White House doesn't read the messages. I don't know how it's the ANC's fault. You're right. The Dems hate the constipation. They look like they've got constipation. Loretta says a mix of Netherlands and Scottish. Well, we've done my DNA before. Let me see if I can't get that. Hang on a second here. Got lots of different ancestry locations where my DNA is stored. I'm going to go to ancestry.com. Your results. Okay. Right. These change as they modify the profiles and these things. My DNA doesn't change. I didn't get the jab, so my DNA is healthy. This is jab-free DNA, baby. All right, 5 regions according to these guys. Right, 5 regions. Let's click on this. Right, here we go. So I'm going to show you this. Here you go. You guys get to see this. You get a peek under the tent. You didn't even pay for this. This is cool, huh? So there you go. Ancestral regions. Germanic Europe, 1/3. Scotland, 29%. England and Northwestern Europe, 19%, Ireland, 7%, the Netherlands, 7%. This one doesn't say anything about my Scandinavian DNA, but I have Norse DNA from Norway and from Denmark. Interesting. That's been upgraded recently. They've really upped my Scotland percentage and downed my Ireland percentage. That is interesting. Anyway, there you go. Bunch of white boys. That's right. White boys. What you gonna do? Oh, sorry, that's bad boys. Linda says, charge them all. Exactly. Off with her head. She's a witch. I'm not a witch. She's a witch. Bad her. I'm not a witch. Look at her nose. She's a witch. It's not my nose. They put it on me. Did you put the nose on her? Well, we did the nose. Bad her. She's a witch. Okay, we are the Swart family. My hubby was born in Windhoek. Windhoek, yes. What's your take in Zimbabwe or some other Safa town creating electric cars? Whatever. You bloody Viking. That's right. I'm a Viking. That's right, man. We pillage. We also conquered. We also established all the trade routes. The Hanseatic League, we made that possible. That's right. Our little longboats going up and down rivers, sailing all over Eastern Europe and Northern Europe and Western Europe and down into the Mediterranean. The Varangians, those were Vikings, yes. Well, I see the U.S. population is so healthy. There are people living 360 years. I'm telling you, man, it's awesome. Well, Jan van Riebeck is here. He's a South African. He's 300 plus years old. Yeah, I didn't understand the military man on the Demic side. How can you put your... Okay, Roxy, let me explain. The generals and admirals in charge of the military are not supposed to be clapping. They're not supposed to. They only ever do that when everyone does it, and it's about a humanitarian sort of thing. But it's inappropriate for them in uniform to be applauding something that the president says politically. So understand where they're coming from. I think Amy Coney Barrett was a big mistake. Yeah, it was a big mistake Trump made. What say you, dear Colonel? She's not very conservative. You know, she's a Manchurian candidate. And remember, I said on the radio show earlier today. Remember that Trump made a list of like 20-some people. These are the people that I would consider for the Supreme Court. A list that was prepared for him. He was naive, and he trusted the people, some of whom are rhinos around him, and so she slipped in under the wire. Trump is not naive anymore. You notice he didn't offer a list of people he's going to put in the Supreme Court. So I don't think we're going to get anyone more like her. Now, remember that John Roberts was George Bush's big mistake. So we have to blame George Bush for John Roberts. Is it still raining there? Yes, it is. It's raining sideways. It just hit the window. I can hear it. Jason Corsi video on YouTube. Don't know what that is. White boys, what you going to do when they come for you? That's right, JP. That's where I was going with that. The whole wall is shaking. The African guy that created those electric cars, they building such a great invention. I didn't believe it was just him. Help from China. Hey, and there's Isak Yannicke. Thank you for your membership. You hear that? It's crazy. Those cables built across Britain, definitely slave labor. Oh, there you go. Yeah, probably Irish slave labor. White men can't jump. Oh, yes, they can. And Isak Yannicke got the gifted membership. Well, that came from Jules. Well, you're very cool. Thank you, Jules, for doing that. I wish I was Viking descent. My dad's side are all Welsh. All we've got are leeks, daffodils, crap rugby, and interfering with sheep. Nothing to be too proud of. Ouch! That's quite a Welsh legacy there. Next, I'll be getting letters from the Welsh Consul General. I can understand protests, but not being able to show any emotion for they're just evil, Morgan. They're evil. Look, the Republicans, they also don't applaud when the Democratic president's there most of the time, but they applaud for some of it. The stuff that's heartwarming, they stand and respect it, but these people are just evil. Evil. They think they're winning. They're losing. They're like, Trump is evil. He's getting rid of aliens. 74% of the country agrees with him. When do you get 74% of people agreeing with anything? Never. South African mainstream media keep pushing experts to justify their narrative. Yeah, I know. I did this earlier. I talked about this guy, Van Heerden from Joburg, and yeah, he's pushing a narrative. It's crazy. Trump's team are awesome, speaking common sense and spitting facts, man, spitting bullets. Angie Brand, hello to you. Welcome to you. And Nick Groves says something else there. Okay. Yeah, the mainstream media are just, they're bought and paid for, man. Well, not a lot, but some of that are legal immigrants. The people most upset about the illegal immigrants are illegal immigrants who went through the process. They really get pissed off about it. Giving the Dems a bombastic side eye. Oh my goodness, I just had serious deja vu. This moment, that comment from Beauregard, it was Beauregard, and then that one there from Gerard Benada, those, I've experienced this before. They say that is a glitch in your brain. It's neurons misfiring. There's no such thing as deja vu. You're not experiencing something you've previously experienced. But I don't know. I don't know. The mere presence of Joe Biden as president proves that aliens do exist, so anything could happen, right? Tariffs are going to increase American jobs. I don't know, Tom Hawk. I hope they are, but we'll see. Jason Corsi, AI video, please, on the YouTube. Okay. You want me to get a copyright strike here, okay? Jason Corsi, never heard of him. S-E-Y. Jason Corsi. Oh, that's the Efron. Oh, that's a heavy metal thing. I saw that. It's got 800,000 views. Wow. Yeah. No, I'll show you that, Jan, but I'm not gonna play it. It's supposed to be J.D. Vance, I take it. Yeah, I'm not. That's one type of music I definitely not into. Metal. Definitely not into metal. Not my cup of tea. I love Dasha. It's like knowing the future for 5. Oh, deja vu. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If the Democrats had Trump so much, why don't they just leave? If they hate him so much? Because it's not about Trump. It's about craven political power, self-aggrandizement, and self-enrichment. That's been my phrase. That's what I used in my campaign last year. Politics is about craven political power, self-aggrandizement, and self-enrichment. Look at AOC. First off, she couldn't get a date with anybody till Republicans fell in love with her, and now we all covered her bum. Yeah, so that's the first thing. Okay. Second thing, she couldn't pay her bar bill. She had $17,000 in credit card. On a credit card, she couldn't pay it because she was a failure in life. Even despite going to an Ivy League school, she was a loser. So she gets $174,000 a year salary and then cries about it, making 5 or 3 times what most Americans make. Yeah, and then all she does is run to the camera all the time and try to wiggle her bum and impress us with how beautiful she is. And it works. It works. AOC is so sexy. She's the lady for me. I love AOC. No, we're not playing Rammstein on here. Sorry about that. The words and Trump singing awesome laugh. Okay, thank you for that, Jan. The Democrats had Trump so much. Oh, yeah, hate him so much. All that hidden coke, he had really he brainless. Correct without, what's this? AOC has a degree in economics and knows nothing about economics. I know, she doesn't. So she rails against Amazon building a headquarters in Queens that would have produced over 20,000 jobs, potentially 10,000 white-collar jobs, making 6-figure income. The taxes alone for the city of New York would have been fantastic, not to mention for the state of New York and the federal government. But no, AOC has to go in and sabotage the jobs for all those people. Wow. AOC is the best bar lady ever in Congress. That's true. But will she serve me? I want to thank you for reminding me that I should do my own research. It's been enlightening, some of the stuff that I've been finding out. Well, Morgan, you're welcome. I hope that you found out that what I tell you is correct. Yep, y'all. That's what is the Pocahontas joke that Trump said? Oh, Jeremy Downing. Elizabeth Warren is a white lady, and she lied throughout her career, falsely claiming she was of Native American heritage. Let me show you what this troll looks like. She is an evil, evil, evil person who's become fabulously wealthy by serving in Congress. Now, how do you become wealthy by serving in Congress? You only make $170,000 a year. I mean, even if you stay 15 years, that shouldn't make you wealthy because you got bills to pay and taxes to pay. But Elizabeth Warren is a United States senator, and this woman claims that she's a Native American. Let me show you what. Come on. Well, I don't want that. Oh, Bloomberg, screw you and your frickin' paywall. You're a turd balls. Let me find a picture I can get to her. Here you go. Come on. This is Elizabeth Warren. She claims to be Native American. Now, to be fair, you don't have to. I could have a black ancestor and can claim I'm black legitimately. It just, doesn't show up. That happens. But this is a woman who claims she's Native American. A demon rat from Massachusetts. Does she look Native American to you? She got jobs over other applicants because she got favoritism because she was a minority, a protected class. So other people who should have gotten the job at Harvard, she got. She's a liar. She's a fraud. And her excuse was, my mammy told me that we were Indians. So finally, after a lot of prompting by Donald Trump, who called her Pocahontas, as in Pocahontas, she did a DNA test. It turns out that Donald Trump has more Native American DNA than she does. Of course, Donald Trump has almost no Native American DNA. It's so funny. Yep. So she had like 0.00000019 is what she had. I don't know if Trump's taking salary this time. I didn't hear anything about it. If she's Apache, I'm German. Well, it wouldn't have been Apache. It would have been something like Lenape or something like that. Okay. Warren also written a woke Coke book called Pow Wow Chowdown. What the hell? Kamala Harris says, oh, that's right. She did. That's right. I forgot about that. She wrote this cookbook. That's right. Yeah. With her Mammy's cook. She's 75. Oh, here she's even whiter than there. Look at this. Oh, yeah. That's Native American. Yeah. That looks so Native American. Not. What a fraud. What a fraud. Elizabeth Ann Warren, born Herring. That was her name. Née Herring. June 22nd, 1949, is an American politician and former law professor, is a senior United States senator from Massachusetts, been in the Senate since 2013, a member of the Demon Rat Party and regarded as a progressive moron. It doesn't say moron, I added that. Warren is focused on consumer protection, but creating a unconstitutional body that's not accountable to anybody, that gets a budget from the taxpayers without our say, to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars, and it has all of our financial data. Open to, they're worried about Elon Musk stealing people's data. Well, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau doesn't protect consumers. It's there for the banks and insurance companies to take advantage of us, and it puts data together, which so they're the ones stealing data. Born and raised in Oklahoma, which is a state with lots of Native Americans, she's graduated from the University of Houston and Rutgers Law School. Her first foray into public policy began in 1995 when she worked to oppose what eventually became the 2005 Act restricting bankruptcy for individuals. Yeah, she tried to keep people from being able to file for bankruptcy, but she claims to be, oh, here she is in high school. There's Elizabeth Warren. That must be 50 years ago because she's 75. Over 50 years ago. There she is in high school. Yeah, claiming to be a Native American. Let's see if I can find if the controversy here. TARP, political affiliation, elections, tenure. So far, nothing about the corruption. And nothing about her public personal life, positions, ancestry, Native American claims. According to Warren and her brothers, older family members told them during their childhood that they had some Native American ancestry. In 2012, she said that being Native American has been part of my story, I guess since the day I was born. In 1984, Warren contributed recipes to a Native American cookbook and identified herself as Cherokee. Warren is not part of any Native tribes and does not hold any tribal citizenship. During Warren's first Senate race in 2012, her opponent, Scott Brown, speculated that she had fabricated Native ancestry to gain advantage on the employment market and used Warren's ancestry in several attack ads. Warren denied that her alleged heritage gave her any advantages in her schooling or career, but that's not true. Several colleagues and employers, including Harvard, have said that her reported ethnic status played no role in her hiring. Untrue. And from 1995 to 2004, her employer, Harvard Law School, listed her as Native American in its federal affirmative action forms. Oh, but it played no role. Warren later said she was unaware of this. I'm sure she was unaware of it. Now, how would they know she's Native American when she's whiter than I am? Oh, my goodness. And the Washington Post reported in 1986 that Warren identified her race as Indian American on a state bar of Texas write-in form used for statistical information gathering. But no indication she used it for professional advancement. Of course she did. 2018, the Boston Globe investigator found that her reported ethnicity played no role in her rise. Oh, look at how the newspapers all rushed to pretend to protect her. Yep. Donald Trump called her Pocahontas. She's a fraud. She's a fraud lady. Anyway, Pocahontas. That's who we're talking about here. Yeah, this is in honor of Pocahontas. Only those opposed to Elon are those who have publicly defend their corruption. Trump calls her Pocahontas. He calls her Pocahontas. Now he's just calling her Pocahontas. What nationality is Steven Seagal? American. He's American. Leah Menard, welcome to I-O, and off to work I go. It's hi-ho. I get it, but you're saying I-O. Take care, Heiner Schönefeld. Thank you for being here. Happily, I'm 100% white, South African male. Whoever says it's different is a dog. Well, Nico, if we check your DNA, you might be in for a surprise, my friend. Redbone in honor of Warren. Ooh, that is a term applied to certain African Americans who have mixed heritage. What ethnicity is Steven Seagal? Weightlifter? I don't know. I thought I had Choctaw ancestry, but didn't try to leverage it. DNA testing showed I have no Native American. I have none. None. You know, when I was doing my ancestry, I was a genealogist over 20, 30 years ago, something like that. I didn't know my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, her maiden name is Ospelmeyer. Not Oscar Mayer. Oscar Mayer hot dogs. No, it's Ospelmeyer. And I didn't know much about my grandmother. She passed away by the time I started getting serious into doing my DNA research. And she probably didn't know anyway. So her father actually still spoke German. but she didn't. See, her father died from tuberculosis before she grew up. And right after she was born, her father died, so she never really knew him. It's kind of sad. Anyway, my grandmother, Aspelmeyer. So I started doing research, and people are like, "Oh, that sounds Jewish." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what are you going to do if you have Jewish ancestry?" I'm like, "I guess I'll have a more interesting family tree." People stared at me like, anyway, I what somebody was doesn't make me who I am. The only thing that makes me who I am is the DNA I inherited, the life lessons I've learned, the experience I've had in my life. Missing my son Tian Mustard. I'm almost afraid to ask what that's all about. It sounds like a tragic situation. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, so I started researching my family, and I came back from the Defense Language Institute where I learned French. J'ai appris la langue de français en Californie entre 2000 et 2001. C'était 1999 et 2000 en Californie à l'école de langue de la défense à Monterrey. So I learned French there, and then on the way back from California, driving back across the country to drop my cars off was it the East Coast? I think I dropped them off. On holiday, I stopped in Utah, and I met up with a brother of one of my classmates who was in the Army. His brother was a Mormon, and so his brother, Gary, worked at the Family History Library in Salt Lake, so met me at a hotel on a Saturday and said, "What do you want to research?" I said, "Well, I want to research my grandmother, because it's kind of a blank spot. I've got my father's side, I've got the other part of my mother's family going back, but I don't have my grandmother. I haven't had time to do that." So we went to the library, and I'd been there previously, and they have all these books downstairs that are published in genealogy from all over the world, and it's quite an extensive collection. So he said, "What's the name?" I said, "Aspelmeyer." So he walked over to a shelf that I had walked by previously on other visits, and he goes, "Here, pull this down." He pulls a book down. It's a book full of 15,000 names of people who emigrated from northern Germany, from the Norddeutsche Tiefebene, to the United States in the 19th century. You want to talk about an esoteric, limited topic? That's a very limited topic. So he pulled it down, and we start leafing through it and looking at the index, and we see Aspelmeyer, Friedrich Wilhelm. So we went to the page, and it was, in fact, my great-great-grandfather, Friedrich Wilhelm Aspelmeyer, who came to America in 1847 or 48, something like this, 1848. Anyway, he came here, and they had listed on there the date that he left, which was actually his birth date. I knew his actual birth date because it was on his tombstone and his death certificate back here in the States. So that was the wrong date, but I'm like, oh, that's his birth date, so they must have entered it incorrectly. So I had a lead. I was going to Europe. I went to Germany, went back there, and then I picked my car up north, and I went to the town where he came from and researched it and found out his entire history. Went all the way back to the 1700s. It was really cool. I wrote a book, about a 25-page book about it. It was pretty cool. The Consumer Financial Protection Agency, I don't know the status of it. I said that's one of the agencies needs to be eliminated. Department of Education, Consumer Financial Protection Agency, the Environmental Protection Agency, gone. Get rid of all of them. Yep. 2% Native American, says Rick. Okay. Did you watch the video? No, I haven't. I don't have it. Ronaldo said he would send it to me, and I don't have anything from Ronaldo, so I haven't had time to look for it. I came home, I took a short nap, and I got busy working. I've been working ever since. Okay. Missing my son. Welcome to you, missing my son, Tian Mustard. Floyd Shavabu identifies as Asian, citing his mathematical and economics expertise. Is that what's going on? My surname is absolutely no reflection of who I am. I'm basically 3%, 5% Italian, triple grandfather. One line only. All grandfathers married Afrikaners except my father who married English. Wow. Cappy, welcome back. Good to see you again there. Roxy's half Dutch, half Welsh. Most things are 2% or less are very ancient connections. Exactly. Always laugh when people with those percentages think they're closer related to those people. They're not. 50% Neanderthal, 50% St. Bernard. My family tree is a bamboo. Bugger all branches. You guys are killing me there. Anyway, no. So that's my DNA origins. Yep. So we found a potential ancestor who isn't in your tree yet. Let's check this out. So they can tell you how much your DNA came from each parent, which is pretty cool. Okay, show me who it is. Yeah, come on, just get to it. Quit playing around here. Who is it? Where's it at? It just took me to myself. That isn't helpful. That is not helpful. Anyway, I'll just ignore that. Okay. What changed from the last update? Okay, so there's that one. Then there's, oh, what else have I got? My Heritage. I think that's where I've got it at too. Okay, My Heritage. I think I got my DNA on there as well. Where do I sign in at? I'll log in. Here you go. There you go. It wants me to sign in with Apple. No, thank you. We just sent you an email verification. Oh, I hate that. Two-factor identification. Okay, let's see if we got it here. There it is, My Heritage Foundation. There's my code. Go back over there, put it in. Boom. Login. Okay, let's see what this one says. Global DNA sale extend only $39, down from $89. That's cheap, man. $39 to get your DNA in. That is cheap. Okay, DNA overview. Okay. This is way off. No other site tells me. It tells me 86% English, 12% Irish, 1% Balkan. No. You got the right DNA here, folks. Ancient origins. Okay, where's this at? Anyway, so then there's 1, 2, and 3. Was it 1, 2, and 3? What was that one? No, it's 23andMe. 23andMe. I always want to say 1, 2, 3. It's 23andMe because it's 23 chromosomes. Okay, sign into 23andMe. Doesn't match. What do you mean it doesn't match? Come on, give me a break. Let me just check and see what's going on there. My password is out of date according to that. I am born on St. Paddy's Day. Well, that's pretty cool. Does it make you, okay, it makes you an honorary Irishman? Oh, I definitely incorrect one. My browser must not have updated. Okay, here we go. Boom. Paste. There we go. Now I got it. Well, that ain't right. It says I can't get in. Reset password. What the hell is this? Oh, I hate this. See, it's nonsense. Reset your password. Okay. Oh, you see, this is all this dual factor crap that doesn't work for beans. So let me go back and see if they sent me. There it is. Okay, reset. Reset password. Can't use Peavery's password. You bastardi. Bastardi. Oh, my goodness. I got to go back to where I just was. Okay. Okay. I changed it last year. Oh, 6 March. I was born the 4th July. No, it doesn't make you an American, but nice try. Okay, there we go. Oh, crap. All right. Oh my goodness, they sent me a verification code. Are you serious? This is ridiculous, folks. All right, so Dire Straits, Boston edition. Good morning. How are you, Dire Straits? Hold on. What if you have extra pair of chromosomes? Well, then you've got all kinds of challenges with extra pair of chromosomes. That's a fact. Still makes you Homo sapien, though. And you got to watch out for the Homo sapien folks. Okay, yes, I changed my email. So where's the... Oh, there it is. Verification code. Finally just came in. That's a little slow. It expires in 10 minutes and took a minute to get here. Oh, come on. You see how hard it is to get in these damn sites? Like they got something here. 23andMe. Come on. A little faster here. Now I'm finally in. Join premium. I don't want premium. You guys are paying the ass just getting your website. Why would I want a premium? Okay. Ancestry composition. Then I could show my Neanderthal DNA here too. Oh, Neanderthal, yes. All right, so here you go. Now you're going to see this and look at the difference of this. Okay, so this is their analysis, right? Come on. Where are we at here? So they say I'm 50% British Isles, 51 actually, 40% French and German, 5% Scandinavian, and 4% broadly Northwestern European. So, yeah. So, no mention of, well, anyway, so. Gabriel Krause, welcome to you. Andre Roux, Aretha Swart. Survived close to a week with no electricity. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really sucky. That is South Africa, unfortunately. Close this one out. Close that one out. We don't need those anymore. Don't need Elizabeth Warren. Don't need that. Good. Close out all those, including salt and pepper. We'll get rid of that too. We don't play around with salt and pepper anymore. 315 people currently here. 347 likes. And we had 1,400 people. Wow, we are way down on viewers. So the bloom is wearing off the rose. And so as I predicted, people will disappear because a lot of people just came here for the refugee stuff. Notice no questions about refugee status tonight. We've gone from these late nights. Let's see, we're at 6,000 to 5,000. This is since March 1st. 6,000 March 1st, 5,000 March 2nd, 4,700 on March 3rd, 3,700 on March 4th, and today we're at 2,400. Or last night we're 2,400. Sorry, last night we're 2,400. And tonight we're just at 1,400. Wow, from 6,000 viewers down to 1,400. Yep. I told you. All those people looking for free stuff, that's fine. Happy to answer the questions, but I told you they wouldn't hang around. I told you all they wouldn't hang around, but wow, an audience of 324 at this hour. I'm really appreciative of that. Heard about the government's plans to, what is Neville saying? To publish new amendments to the Employment Act. I've heard, but I have no evidence to support it. People are spreading that rumor like wildfire. Herman Volko, welcome to you. Is 50 also middle-aged club? Asking for a friend. Yeah, it's middle-aged, 50. Notable looks at Pocahontas and says, how can you be native if you're so white? Pocahontas replies, guess I'm the original ghosting expert. Disappeared right in history. Yeah. No, he won't, says J.J. Bernard. Won't do what, man? Chris Ehlers. Yeah, Chris, you were here before all this. Seems 100,000 subscribers are now much further away. Yeah, it is, Dire Straits, and I predicted that. My big concern when we were surging every day, getting 1,000, 2,000, is that wave would hold on until we got to 50,000. When we got to 48,000, we hit the wall, and we slowed down to 700, to 500, to 300, to 200 subscribers added per day, and it took a week to go from 48,000 to 50,000. And now we're just, oops, now I'm buffering. Why am I buffering now? Good Lord, that's crazy. Hey, Garrett, how's it going? And now we're at 50. We're still not at 53,945. Haven't made it yet. Oh, my goodness. What's going on, YouTube? YouTube's playing its games. I can't get to my studio. I have no idea what you're saying there, Veritas. Okay, so there we go. We're still live. Yeah, no, Heidi, once we get the news from Trump. Yeah, but that could take a long time, and I'm very impatient. We got 50,000. I want to keep it going. Tupelie Unkubane, welcome to you. Welcome to the program. I'm not here just for FG if you enjoy the channel. I know all the people who are here now do enjoy it, but like I said, we're way down. Just at the beginning of March, we had 6,000 per night on this live stream. Yep. And now we're down to not even 1,500. That's a huge change. But I did these live streams consistently, regularly for 4.5 years when we had 50 to 75 people here sometimes. Trump wants to cut deal with South Africa on race-based laws, DA says after Washington visit. Where are you getting that from, Jan? That was not reported in the press. Where are you getting that story from? I reported on what News 24 had to say. So where are you getting your information from? Is it a news story on News 24 that popped up? Friends with benefits. Nope. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 1 hour ago it got cut. The story is cut. Let's see what they say. DA MP Emma Powell, who is a party spokesman, said under President Trump was seeking a deal with South Africa to focus on addressing race-based laws. A week-long trip to Washington, Powell spoke to News 24 on Wednesday. She was accompanied by DA's Eastern Cape leader and Andrew Whitfield. Okay. Huh. They want a deal. We're not sure what the deal looks like, but we were told they want action, expropriation, and race-based laws on the South African relationship with their enemies. Well, yeah. Well, there you go. Duh. That's not exactly earth-shattering. We, of course, don't seek to align South Africa's foreign policy with any country. We must act in our own national interest and do what's good and right for South Africa, Powell said. Well, clearly doing what's right for South Africa isn't working out. You've lost $500 million in annual financial assistance. J.G. Menard, thank you for staying. And the GNU must take decision as to what reforms they're willing to agree to. The DA's visit to Washington comes nearly a month after Cyril Ramaphosa announced the State of the Nation that he would send special envoys. Were they the special envoys? They feel the situation has become urgent. Two senior U.S. officials, Rubio and Treasury Secretary Besant, skipped the G20. Well, we know that. But Powell said the DA trip was nothing like the AfriForum visit because we went there on a fact-finding mission to try and understand from U.S. decision-makers what policy reforms they believe are necessary from the government. Okay, well, that's a different approach. We didn't go there to represent a specific segment of the South African population or to discuss a single issue. We went there to try and understand from U.S. decision-makers how we could, from within government, chart a pathway. Well, AfriForum and Solidarity also didn't go there to represent one specific group. They asked for things that protected all South Africans. Apparently, you didn't do that. We go about our meeting. I just came back from Turkey. Everybody is at liberty to interact and deal with the issues. Don't know why the DA went there. Huh? Nomvula Monkunyane said the DA had the right to go there. She didn't say that about AfriForum. Yeah. Huh. She said everybody is at liberty to interact and deal with issues. Really? That's not what you said the other day. Nomvula Monkunyane. You didn't say that about AfriForum Solidarity. Some GNU partners viewed the visit as betrayal by the DA. UDM leader and Deputy Minister of Defense and Military Affairs General Bantu Holmisa said he was not surprised by the DA's move. Remember that they were the first ones to go to the U.S. anyway, so they're just going there now to consolidate the work they had started. It's clear they went there to badmouth South Africa, so nobody should be surprised by the follow-up meetings that they're involved in. Ooh, well, that's a little surprising, General Holomisa. No damage is going to be caused because South Africa's got a constitution, and they have made use of that constitution even to go to court. It's just politics. It means nothing. The GNU was focused on helping poor South Africans and disadvantaged communities which have been left out for the past 30 years. Well, that's not going to happen as long as the ANC is part of that, General Holomisa, you know that. PAC leader and land reform rural development minister Mzwanele Nyonse accused the DA of being ill-disciplined. Ill-discipline begins when you leave your country and go and lie about your country to another country. That's ill-discipline. Yeah, okay. Pan-African Congress, sit in the corner and be quiet. He urged South Africans to speak the truth about the situation in the country. They are saying we are doing terrible things, but we as black people are the ones who are being evicted from our land by the farmers in the dead of night. That's not true. It's black people who were buried on their farms. It was the black people who were killed by the whites, but we never complain. Really? That's not what Dingane did. It's not what the Ndebele did. It's not what the Zulu Imbis did. I think you're a little confused about history there, buddy. Go. The good party's Brett Herron said the DA's visit US was in bad judgment. Whatever they're trying to achieve, they must remember they're part of a coalition which is governing South. That coalition is subject to a statement of intent. Language that they're promoting is dishonest. It's obviously an exercise in support of AfriForum. Ah, good God. Oh my goodness. Anyway, whatever. Positioning South Africa as if South Africa is going to lose the African Growth and Opportunity Act is some sort of special punishment for the constitutional imperative to transform our country, and that includes DA right now. Your nuclear relations with Iran have nothing to do with transforming the country, and transforming is just dog whistle for racial discrimination and black supremacy. Transformation. What transformation? 31 years of transformation has led to an uber wealthy cater class of thieves and 3 times as many poor black South Africans as under the National Party. There's no transformation. You want to transform by stealing, by murdering? That's not transformation. Wow. Anyway. Wow. South Africa is not aligned. That's not true. South Africa is aligned with Russia. They're part of BRICS. They are aligned. with China and with Tehran, all rogue states. South Africa's nation-building project cannot survive and flourish if the majority of our citizens remain in abject poverty without land. Land is not the path to money, you morons. Good God. I don't own any land, and I'm not eating cats and dogs. You don't need land to make money. You just need drive, ambition, and a work ethic. Unbelievable. Hey, Behind Bars. Thank you for being here. How'd you find the channel, Behind Bars? Okay. I'm going to put a poll up, okay? Let me do this. Start a poll. Let me see me answering it. So, how did you find this channel? Okay. All right. Let me put it up here. I'll put some answers up here. Oops. Now, the answers might surprise me. So, all right, there you go, folks. You're on another program. So here's the poll. Please answer this. I'm very curious how people find this channel. We'll see what happens. As you said, Colonel. All right, the double standards in this country. What the ANC tells the world and what the ANC incites in South Africa. Food diversion stories. Yep. Steal, loot, and caters, eat KFC, and keep calm. Greg Porter says, hope you become ambassador. I don't think I will, but thank you. It's very kind of you. But I would be happy to take a position in the embassy as a civilian. Or be called back to active duty, but that's not going to happen. ANC thinks land equities equates to competence. Yeah. If we don't steal it, someone else will. For a poor country, getting attached to China is a super bad idea. Exactly. They're just going to exploit you. Yeah, copy. I don't really care for the Kifnis' song. I'm just repeating what Donald Trump said. Is the Starbucks something? No, they'll probably shorten my life. That's for sure. You have a plot of land with improvements. I have a plot of land. I don't own land. Seriously, I can't do anything with this land. In the homeowners association, I can't put my beehives out here. So the land is useless to me. All it is a way for me to pay taxes. And I have to mow the lawn. I have to shovel the snow. I don't even use the yard. The only thing I get out of my lawn at all is the place where my house stands and my raspberry bush. That's it. That's it. All the rest is just work and taxes. Does me no good. I'd love to have land, but you know what land costs here? Good God, it's expensive. Hey, Yakut Swanepoel, what's going on, man? President Trump wants to get the deal signed with Ukraine regarding the rare earth minerals before acting against South Africa. Some supplies do come from South. Rare earth? No, we don't get rare earths from South Africa. To my knowledge, you haven't even started mining them in the Karoo. There's a mining effort there, but I'm not aware that you're exporting any from there. If you are, that's news to me. Cheryl Potgieter, welcome to you. Dire Straits. The government is currently going full force. They now want to tell companies how many each race are allowed to work in a company. Yeah, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Trump wants to get the deal signed with Ukraine. Okay, I got that. If the minority go, let's say a third go to the refugee program, where are they going to get the money? From your pension funds. They've already passed expropriation without compensation. Joel Pollack, and you'll be the deputy ambassador. That would be pretty cool. My friend worked at a hotel where the ANC were staying for a conference. They washed their hands in bowls of 15,000 rand. Yeah, that's insane. Remember, since 2020, I found your channel by accident. Well, thank you, Landy. Appreciate that. My homeowner association isn't really that bad. It's a small development, just 44 houses, something like that. Civics just want equality of opportunity. That doesn't mean we'll be equal. Exactly. Don't even own a plot. Yeah. Saw you on, what's Jocko? Debbie Fox just gave a super chat. Thank you for that, Debbie. Thank you so much for that super sticker, I should say. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. Deeper than scuba, no cooking included. Greetings, Army 3275, all the way in from the Philippines. How you doing there, man? I have a little place in rural Kentucky, no HOA, no city laws, no rules. America. Now, that's what I'm talking about, Beauregard. I would love to put some beehives on my property, but I can't do it. Plant a bunch of flowers to draw them here, wildflowers. You and President Trump never sleep. Unbound Energy, I always see you online. Appreciate you, all you do. Hey, Erica Holtzcamp. Erica's been with us for a long time, too. She comes and goes. Good to see you there. And there is Jeffrey Bull, just subscribed. Thank you for that, Jeffrey. That's probably one of the videos I did yesterday. State of the Nation's Mike Sham needs to podcast Chris because he knows zero about U.S. politics. Who is Mike Sham? Her comment, Pennsylvania, Franklin, Ron Paul was hooked. Okay, taking my seat for my daily dose of the truth. Yaku, cool. Ben Potgieter, found you on the first time you were on Ronaldo's show. Yeah, that was epic, wasn't it, Sloth Puppy? I remember that was 2020. Yep, we call them body corporate here. Saw you first during COVID via Ronaldo. Yep. All right, Arno. Cool. Okay, so this is actually encouraging. 48% of the people currently here, 350 people, well, only 197 answer the poll. Come on. Hit the button. Answer the poll. Pick one of those things.
That was easy.
Look, let me just tell you right now. If you think that someone is tracking you because you're watching this show, relax. They're not that sophisticated. I work at the National Security Agency. Trust me. It doesn't mean anything. You can have an account. You can subscribe. The subscribers aren't known to people. I don't even know who my subscribers are unless they chat. I have almost 53,000 subscribers, and I couldn't name them. I don't have access to that data. The only access I have data to is someone becomes a member, and that's only a username. Doesn't mean anything. You could be Pocahontas. I wouldn't know who you are. But I don't have access to who the subscribers are, and neither does the ANC, neither does the National Security Agency. We don't have access to that information. It's simply non-existent. So go ahead and vote. It won't kill you to vote. And I want to find out how you found the channel. So we're over 200 now, and 48% recommended by YouTube. That's an interesting discovery. So that means that about 100 of the 214 people who voted have actually I was recommended to them by YouTube. That's very encouraging, especially given how few new viewers are showing up this past week. So found the channel after we met in Cora and was told what to search on here. Oh, yeah. I was like, Cora, Wyoming. Yeah, Dan, I remember that. Yeah, I recruited you as a viewer, Dan. Not allowed to put up solar panels due to body corporate, get a job, Karen, and stop policing. Agreed, Stefan. Agreed. Yep, that's 100% correct. I'm not allowed to Pocahontas. See, there you go. See, M, I have no idea who M is. M could be freaking George Floyd. Well, it can't be George Floyd. George Floyd is dead. M could be, Helen Zilla for all I know. Although based on your answers, I don't think so. How do you know if your phone is hacked? Well, it depends what your phone is doing, Veritas. It's also, sometimes your phone isn't hacked, but somehow you got malicious spamware or something like that put on there, which takes over your screen and stuff like that. That can happen. But as far as your phone being hacked, if someone sends messages on your behalf, if a loved one gets a text message from you that doesn't make any sense, then you'll know your phone's been hacked. Among other ways. Found you, Colonel, on about the January riots. January riots? What's January riots? January 6th? Okay. Ron Paul was a write-in for me since McCain lied about setting fire to aircraft carrier. Romney for looking for court. Count Dracula. Who will stick with you like gum to his shoes, says Jules. I must say the last week or so, YouTube does not show me your lives. Exactly, Greg. And that's why the numbers have dropped off. Do people think I've stopped doing this? I mean, if you've been paying any attention to this, I have been doing a live stream at 6 p.m. South Africa time endlessly for 5 years, unless I'm traveling, like in the World Cup, or I'm in South Africa, or I'm in UK, or I'm traveling somewhere, or I've got consulting, and I still try to do it then. Like today, I was able to get out a half hour late, but I did it today for half an hour, and that's the smallest one I've done in a while. But it should be no surprise. People should know where I'm at. But if YouTube doesn't prompt people, most people won't go look for you, even if they love your content. And that's frustrating. Linda Fundaness, I started watching because of the refugee program, but now it's because you're awesome news, free from corruption. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And that's the thing. So here's the bottom line. Most people who find the channel, not for the refugee thing, but find the channel for the content, they tend to stay. Your videos were recommended when the Trump order went out. I think I was searching for more info. Yeah, I was hot on that. Yep. stay off the sketchy sites. That does help, Roxy. If you don't hang out on OnlyFans, you can put an ad block on your phone or malware remover. Yeah, they're pretty good, but you need a social security number to open a bank account. That is correct. Did somebody ask the question? I didn't see who's Renthra. And where did Renthra's question come in? I missed that. Gray man. I must say that last week. Yeah, okay. Where is Rentha at? Here, I'm looking. Oh, there's. It's not Rentha. It's Retha. Okay. Can we open a bank account in USA while still in South Africa? Only if you have a social security number. Yep. It's required. Bunch of no ambition. Afrikaners think it's going to be all sunshine and roses if they get refugee status. What happens if they're very lazy? Well, then they'll be very hungry. They'll be very hungry, like all the lazy Americans. You think we don't have lazy Americans? Don't we have deadbeat Americans? Got a whole bunch of them. Most of them are Democrats. Rory Pike says, good morning. Agree with YouTube is not prompting. I will follow the link from WhatsApp group. Yeah, that's the thing I can recommend, folks. You go into the WhatsApp groups or to the Telegram groups, which have 220,000 followers. And in those groups, I have multiple groups. You get in one of them. Every video is posted in there. I try to post them in Twitter too, but that isn't always so easy. So like tonight, I didn't put the one that was published before this. Is there... Wait, did I? Oh, no. Is there in the U.S. blood donation? Yes, of course, Stefan. We perfected blood donations. We were the first to actually figure out how to screen the HIV, so we didn't get that in our blood supply because it was tainting it and killed a lot of hemophiliacs. Yeah, of course. American Red Cross is famous for blood. I can't give blood. I'm not allowed to give blood. Maybe I can now. Maybe they changed it. But two things prohibited me from giving blood. Number one, I was in Germany during the 1980s when the Brits were feeding sheep brains to frickin' cattle, morons. And so Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease found its way into the food supply in tainted beef products. And the U.S. Army was buying its beef not from America, not from Europe, but from the United Kingdom. So they shipped the beef in through Denmark and down to our commissaries. So I'm not a big beef eater, so thankfully I don't have Creutzfeldt-Jakob. No mad cow for me. But because of that potential for prions, and there was no way to test for it, apparently. Maybe they have a way now, but they didn't back then. I'm not allowed to give blood. I think that's been rescinded now. I'm not sure. And then for years, I couldn't give blood because I was in Africa and because of malaria. So, yep. Got channel from Megaphone. Oh, cool. Cool, Yves Lombard. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't heard from MV this week. It's 2 weeks in a row we haven't done something. He's got something going on. Okay. Offshore accounts. Yeah, you can try that, Garrett. You can try that. Found your channel. Love your insight in the news. It's refreshing change, normal news. Thank you for your great shows. You're very welcome, Traveling Tortoise. Thank you, Tortoises. Thank you for being here. Okay. I try and make all the streams I can, but my 100 kilometers one-way commute starts at 5, so I always catch mainly the end of the stream. Okay. Starts at 5. I don't know where you're at, Carl, because, I mean, I'm on at 6. Oh, I see. You're almost done by then. Got it. McAfee began as a Trojan virus. Get Windows Defender instead. Works free. Paul Ferreira, welcome to you. Yeah, notice that tonight the trolls aren't here. The trolls have given up for now too. They've gotten bored for the moment, but they'll be back. They're just bored for the moment, so they're just not here tonight. That's probably the reason why I don't have fewer viewers too. I have fewer trolls. But it looks like we're not even going to get 2,000 views on this one tonight. But we do have 410 likes. Thank you for that. A little bit of super chat revenue and 2 new members, which is kind of you. Sees a gaslight, starts a brawl, and set all light. He burns bridges to see the way forward. What are you talking about? I think people are watching Newspot. Ernst Rhodes is being... Oh, boy, Ernst is really screwing me over, isn't he? Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't know that I was in bad stead with Ernst Rhodes. I mean, I showed him great hospitality. Wow. I thought he just gave... I thought he just gave one to Ronaldo, but he's giving it to everybody except me. That's interesting. He hasn't even responded to my text message. I wrote to him about this on February 19th. Wow. February 19th, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16 days ago. Wow. Now I'm feeling left out. Well, that sucks. Oh, 1,100 watching Newspod. That might be part of the reason why I got a smaller audience today. Good luck taxing Netflix. Was banned too for 8 years because I got a transfusion. Ah, there you go. See, Army. It's yeah. Such a nice. Yeah, the trolls aren't here. That is nice. Democrats protest and become hostile. So I didn't know that they were on Newspod. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Isak had me on Newspod recently. Yeah, 1,100 there. Yeah, let's see.
The best thing about TimberTech decking is
that isn't helpful.
Dit is iets wat net eenvoudig te ryk is en te diep is en te ver terugstrek.
Okay, gotcha. Maybe that's where people are at tonight. That could be it. All right. Well, to be fair, this isn't time Newspod's always broadcast. I only started doing this about a month ago. Started with RefG, but now I just enjoy your show. Wish I found this sooner. I wish you'd found it sooner, too. I wish many people found it sooner. I've been spending tens of thousands of dollars on this channel to bring people the news, not expecting any return on it. But the advertising revenue has been very nice this past month, and it's exciting to see that. And that's just with 30 to 50,000 subscribers. Imagine if we had 100,000, a quarter million. The ad revenue might help pay for this. I mean, I pay 6,000 Rand a month for my internet alone just to do this stuff. So anyway, and then this custom gaming machine, which I built because we originally did this on a laptop. Then I tried on a PC, but the video card was built into the motherboard. It didn't have capacity, had all kinds of problems. It just couldn't handle it. So I custom built a gaming machine, which cost me about 50,000 Rand. You know, the list goes on, the flights, everything. So I put a lot of money into this channel, not in the hope of making money, but to just bring people the truth and analyze it. So it's really refreshing when people show up. It's awesome. I'm really grateful for it. And if you watch the ads, that's fantastic. Just let them play in the background because I get a few cents every time somebody watches an ad. Okay. I'm actually larger than Newspod right now, unless he gained subscribers tonight. I didn't know that. I went looking in Newspod. Let me check out a number of subscribers. He was slightly below me. Newspod. Let me just look quick. He has 51,900. I actually have him beat on subscribers right now. That surprised me. I had no idea. I was gobsmacked when I saw that because I remember that being a bigger channel. Arne Tunnison, you often say that the price of gasoline is different depending on where you buy it. Is the price not set by the state? No, it's not. In the 1970s, the federal government intervened illegitimately in the marketplace and set the price of gasoline. That's not free market capitalism. And so those who supplied it would lose their butts when the cost went up and they couldn't change the price. And then they make money when it went the opposite direction. So Che DeLong, thank you for your subscription. So the problem with this is that that's just wrong. That's morally bankrupt. That's what South African government does, and it screws the petrol stations and the distributors. So the price of gasoline floats on the free market, as all petrol products do, but it's affected by that and taxes. So the federal government puts, I want to say, 42 cents on every gallon. I think that's right. 42 cents of tax on every gallon of gasoline. Every state then puts its tax on top. Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong about the federal. Anyway, but Pennsylvania has the second highest gasoline tax per gallon. If I go to Maryland, it's much lower. So let's say, for instance, a gallon of gasoline cost me $3.50 here. 1 hour south of here in Maryland, actually not even an hour, it's just 40 minutes south of here, in Maryland at a petrol station, it's going to cost me about 80 cents less because they have lower taxes. Yeah, so that's how the prices are affected. So the price is different all over. California, the prices are outrageous. When I lived in California, we were paying $4.50 a gallon, and I'd been in Iowa where it was $1.89 a gallon. California, the price was so high because of taxes, which were outrageous, but also because California had mandated multiple blends of gasoline. Therefore, the refineries had to produce X amount of this blend, X amount of this blend. They had like 4 or 5 blends. And because they had to take all that extra effort to come up with these different octanes and different mixes, it drove the price up. It was crazy. My VPN shows me at 3 different places. One says KFC. Cool. One is Ship Atlantic. It's good. Gordon from Ronsburg. Good morning. Rendsburg. Watching U.S. politics and news. Basically the only mainstream media that tells it. Fox News is not perfect. I got issues with them. Pierre Rousseau. The trolls are on Newspot. Oh, good. I hope they're having fun over there. Okay. Due to NC sanctions, KFC decided to move their headquarters. Good morning, fellow Neanderthals, Pierre Rousseau says. Adam Barnard says, if you were to become ambassador South Africa, what would be your 3 priorities? Well, my 3 priorities for the U.S., get rid of BEE for foreign direct investment. That's number one. So U.S. companies can invest in South Africa. I never really thought about it. I'm glad you asked that. I suppose if I actually went down there and, I have to look out for U.S. interests. That's number one. Number two and number three. Gosh, I would work to try to get South Africa to quit chumming up to states that are, not friendly to the United States, but that would be a huge mission. And I don't think it's going to happen from the ambassador alone. It's going to have to take pressure from Washington, and that's not even going to do it. And the third one, probably to focus on infectious disease and our support for that if we're going to continue it. If we're not, then I'll focus something else. They want to hit Google and all third parties with a yearly fee to help local content providers. That's just nonsense. That's theft, and that's not going to happen. Australia tried that, failed. European Union tried that, failed. If those two can't pull it off, there's no way South Africa does. Good question, though. I haven't been asked that question like that before, so at least I don't recall being asked that question. We started to watch your feeds on YouTube long before the refugee talks, only became a member afterwards. Okay, well, thank you. Well, Fiona, yes, thank you. I understand there is no program yet, but in general, how would it work for South African citizen who's married to an EU citizen for refugee program? Your insight would be much appreciated. I don't know the answer traveling toward us, but if you're both in South Africa, I would imagine you'd both be granted refugee status if you like. Or you would get it and your spouse would be able to get a visa based on your presence in the States. I'm not an expert on that. That would be my expectation. I think they can pinpoint me because I turned off all my Google emergency locations. Well, Charmaine, you think so. But every time you communicate, you're with a tower, and your handset has an identifier number on it. So an IMEI number, and they'll be able to tell what handset that is. How do you think I got my phone back that somebody tried to steal in Botswana? Because we're able to track the phone. You're a roots that won't drop me. Thank you for that. Thank you. Oh, was that 500 yen? Oh, thank you for that. Appreciate that. 500 yen. That's a few dollars. Okay. Heidi Roberts say, live the GNU expropriation bill. Where? Live where? Where's it live? That doesn't help me. Joe misses the trolls. I'm glad I found your channel, says Michelle. I'm glad you found it too. Love your avatar. Be right back. School run, okay. I think they can't pinpoint. Okay, how did I get back here? I understand there's no program yet, but okay, I'm back where I started again. Quick question. I don't want to sound silly. Won't Starlink be cheaper as an alternative Wi-Fi? No, Starlink is not inexpensive. You should know that. Starlink is quite pricey. It is. The equipment's $500 minimum to start up, and then they charge pretty high fees after that. It's to make money. So it's going to cost a fortune to put all those satellites up there and maintain them and replace them. Cheapest gas near me, a casino, Indian reservation. There's a Costco on an Indian reservation? That's news to me, Light Ran. I didn't know that. The word news is an acronym for the Compass Rose. I have no idea what you're saying, Holden. Okay. My daughter's doing a fellowship at Stanford. Gas cost her $6 a gallon. There you go. There you go. When I was there 20-some years ago, it was already $4.55 a gallon. Channel came to me after I met Dirk Mouton from Zerost. Oh, okay, Vilma. They're moving closer to acts of evil. They are. Please explain to me the difference between states and provinces. Oh, there's no difference. So Canada has provinces. The United States has states. Germany has Länder, which are provinces. South Africa has provinces. It's just you have a medieval term. Medieval. Provinces are medieval sort of thing. It's a medieval Europe term. States are a more modern term. So we have states. They're just jurisdictions below the federal level, the first jurisdiction. Did my part on Newspod comments. I don't know what you said over there, Anne-Marie. I hope you didn't bomb them and say bad things about them. Isaac had me on recently. Gideon Ruiz, hey, just came on lunch. Happy to still catch a bit of the stream. Well, Gideon, thank you from Japan with the 500 Rand. I think that might be, yours would have been the first, I think yours the other day was the first ever yen super chat I've ever gotten. I love me some Japan. They don't have Burmese, but they're lovely ladies. Your electronics track, you when you're off. Well, Morgan, I'm not going to answer that question, but you might be right. Hope you're doing well. If you had to guess, what would the state of South Africa be in 5 years? Well, not pretty. Not pretty, unless the ANC changes direction. Yep, really not going to be pretty. And I don't know what the solution is because the DA is part of this. They're all part of this now. So President Trump didn't gain more followers with the speech, then there is no hope for them. Exactly. I'm sure he got lots of support, especially internationally. People was like, really like, wow. I saw a video channel, Center for Risk Analysis, last night. They're going to fine people big time now. Fine people for what, Marissa? What is a lot of news in Pennsylvania and this murders that oh, those wackadoodles. That's not just Pennsylvania. They've committed murders all over the country. They're a bunch of vegan wackadoodle crazy lunatics, and the government's finally taking them seriously. Yeah, no, I saw that. They've targeted and killed like 3 or 4 people that we're aware of around the country. Just the recent was in Pennsylvania. Hey, Gordon, how's it going? You're welcome. Oh, that's the 3 places. A casino, Costco. Yeah, gotcha. First letters, northeast and south spells. Oh, northeast, west, south. Well, I never thought about that. Ibrahim Traore is reportedly very upset at President Trump for calling Burkina Faso Bikini Bottom. When did he say that? I missed that. Or are you joking? Probably you're always joking, so I don't know. 1 gallon equals 3.78 liters. That's it, Rox. Exactly right. So 1 gallon equals 3.78 liters. Yep. So your gas is slightly more expensive than ours, or petrol. Dougie Raymond, love your channel. Sorry I didn't have the money to subscribe. Dougie, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. You are a subscriber. You wouldn't be chatting right now. Thank you for your subscription. Membership costs money. And all that is helping, defer the cost of running the channel. No one's obliged to become a member. All I ask is people become subscribers. We need subscribers. Got to get that 100,000 mark. Got to push it. Can't even get to 53,000 tonight. We're at 52,955, just creeping up ever so slowly. Thought we had messes, less messes, and more messes. But thank you, Dougie. 50 nonprofit organizations, South Africa being investigated for alleged terror funding. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised they're investigating that many. It's not quite the same. States have far more autonomy than provinces. States tend to be in the name more decentralized, and provinces, well, that's in the U.S., Gideon. Other countries have states, and they act very similar to provinces. Australia has states, and they're very similar to the provinces you're talking about. So it's one size doesn't fit all. If you're asking specifically about the United States vice another country, but that wasn't the question. I was asked generally what is the difference between states and provinces. Just think the DA is playing it safe and not choosing a side. Well, they're losing support, in my view. Rory says South Gauteng Deeds office is closed. Elevator switched off due to non-compliance. Key floors not available. This will be effective. Yeah. Study says without ANC consumption, DA probably going to try and say the BE laws and Bella and land expropriation aren't that bad. Exactly. They're going to try to trick the U.S. government, but it isn't going to work. It isn't going to work. I think that guys with his influence on the Trump administration, Joel Pollak is standing up for South Africans. Whether you're staying or going, he's standing up for South Africans. Never paid a traffic fine in my entire life. My first bribe was when I was 13. Well, that's driving without a license. Well, I drove at 13. Marissa says, I will have a look. I'm not following the channel, just got the feed by accident. They were talking to Pete LaRue of the Sake Liga. I'm not sure. You must be talking Chris Ehlers, not me. Subscribing to the Colonel's channel is the best move I made all year. Thank you, Abe. Appreciate that. Something was in 2022, says Vilma. Interview with Newspod just ended. Okay. Well, we'll see if we gain more viewers here, but I wouldn't hold my breath. But it would be interesting to see. Sad, but I have to say goodbye. Time work. Okay, Eternal Bear. Have a good time. Enjoy your work. 447 likes. Can we hit that like button and at least get that to 500?
That was easy.
Well, not so easy tonight. We're pushing hard. Ooh, I think I screwed up. I was supposed to use this coupon. Yep, that's expired now. Damn it. December 31st. Damn it. It's been sitting here at $25 off. If I could have got a jersey. That sucks. I can always try and see if it'll still do it, but yeah. Wow, World Rugby Shop. They don't have anything I want is the problem. World Rugby Shop. World Rugby. There it is, World Rugby Shop. Look at that. Okay, spring clearouts. British and Irish Lions Series jerseys. Ooh, there you go. 6 Nations. Rugby Championship. Let's check for the British and Irish Lions. See what they've got. We got hoodies. $97. Okay. I don't want 10%. It's not my first order. I'll try to log into my account here. We're gonna go this game again where you can't log in. You gotta do. I won't. I'll just give up here if it doesn't go the first time. Nope, didn't do it. Okay. All right. Fleece jacket, rucksack. Is that a rucksack? It's a boot bag. Excuse me, not a rucksack. I don't see the jerseys yet, so that's a pullover. There's a ball. There's a bag. Boy, the prices really went up. I have the bag from the South African tour, but it didn't cost this much. It was $35. Now it's $68. I had it for $35. Wow. It's a youth jersey, player's jersey, $119. Okay, let me see. $119. Yeah, $119. All right, well, we'll see. Got an advert on it. I'll mess around with it, but I don't think that card's good anymore. Well, far from people coming here when the news pod interview ended, they're all leaving. We just went from 346 to 313. What happened there? Moments ago, we were at 365, and now we've dropped like a rock here. Wow, what's going on there? Thieves poached 100,000 bags from the back of a distribution trailer. Authorities in Pennsylvania said, oh, okay. Huh, that's old news. That's from a couple weeks ago. Good morning, Franco. Huh. I was talking about is the new laws on targets or quotas businesses which don't have the SRB. Okay. All right. Cool. Eggs are scarce, so it should be a good business. Enjoying your favorite currently. Coffee and leftover Brideboard cake with onions. No. Not my favorite. Oh, my goodness. Not my favorite. Yeah. All right. Okay, folks. It's 1 a.m. here. And it looks like the crowd's not going to grow. Yep. Alec Nagel says the font. Okay, that's okay. Thank you for sharing that. All right, 324 votes in the poll. And what is this? I watch the Toho and F1. Don't watch rugby or cricket after race. Huh. Not really sure what you're talking about there, but thank you for that. Thank you for 462 likes. Can we get some more likes before we wrap it up if anybody hasn't done it yet?
That was easy.
Okay, and I can't do onions. Yeah, I can't do them either. Ugh. So I'm going to end the poll, and that is an interesting poll. So I'm going to get a screen capture of that when it comes up. There it is. So that's an interesting poll. So I'm really surprised. But then YouTube was recommending my comment a few weeks ago, so that might explain why 48% of you. Excuse me. Okay, let's bring this up. I don't want that. What the heck is that? That's not right. Huh. Let me see something here real quick. There you go. Okay. YouTube recommended 48%, saw you another program 25%, from a friend 14%, saw it mentioned on social media. So a quarter come from someone telling you or you found on social media. That's interesting. 25% from me showing you another program, which makes the argument I've always made that it's smart to go on other programs. And 48% recommended by YouTube. That's a shocker. I'm really surprised. Now, if I'd done this poll a couple months ago, I guarantee that would not have been the case. That would not have been the case. No way that would have been the case. YouTube wasn't referring me to anybody. Ron Post is touring how Tank today with ministers in the news. Some don't have uncapped data. That's the biggest barrier thing. That's possible too. Thanks, Chris, for the chat. You're welcome, Loretta. I'm at work, just getting my boost to good news. Okay, Arno, thank you for being here. All right, cool beans. Yep, so the poll is over, and we're going to wrap it up here. 1964. I like that. That's the year that I'm very fond of. New VAT increases. That is not going to boost the economy. Taxes work the opposite direction. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap up here. Thanks for being with us tonight, and we'll give you the Colonel Wyatt's anthem on the way out. Cheers, everybody. Have a good day, and I might do some content in the morning before I go to work. Cheers.
Colonel Wyatt hits the screen, got stories bold and keen. Old soldier, sharp and mean, tells truths they've never seen. Rugby lover with a roar, Africa flowing in his core. YouTube rants they can't ignore, his passion makes his heart soar. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shine from out. No disguise, South African skies. In his eyes, hear his voice. No surprise, retired soldier with the fight. In the dark, he brings the light. Angry rants, truths ignite. Join the cause, join the ride. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Enemies knocked on his door, trolls attack, but he's more with each click. Watch him soar on the truth waves. He explodes. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Right now, don't miss the brawl.